Hello and welcome to yet another YouTube video. If you're new to the channel, I mainly review productivity applications, but around a month ago I decided to go more analog, and I didn't buy all of this a month ago. I have had I've been into notebooks and pens and like fountain pens and stuff for a long time now, but I decided to go more analog. A couple of years ago, I did bullet journaling and I liked it, but I stopped for several different reasons. But lately, I've been feeling like things have gotten too frictionless, and I wanted to add a little bit of friction to my system to like make me think and to like get to know myself better. There was multiple different reasons, but the main one was that I felt like I consumed a lot and I never remembered anything. So I want to consume less and spend more time in these notebooks. So here are my different ones. So I have Travelers, regular size, and we will go through how I use all of these and how I've decided to use all of these. So we have the Travelers one here. We have this one from Paper Republic. This is a pocket notebook. I usually use fountain pens in my different notebooks. So I have a few inked up right here. I think 3 of these are inked up. And I also got this gel pen from Uniball today. This one, just quickly, this one was really hard to get because there are only 3 stores in Norway, or 2 stores in Norway that sell this. So it took me a while to actually find this gel pen right here. But back to the video. So this is my pocket-sized notebook. And in here I have a couple of things. I have a fully fledged like journal. This is just a regular stream of consciousness journal. I just pick it up and I write in it. This is only here because this came with the notebook or the leather cover. I'm going to remove this once I've like finished the whole book. There aren't that many pages left. And I will probably change it for a sketchbook. That's what I've had in this previously, but I removed that recently after I finished my sketchbook. I do a lot of sketching for graphic design stuff at work, so it is great to have a sketchbook. So that is the first insert. The second one is this from Midori. This is just their like passport size dot grid insert. I use this for what I call weekly reviews. This is where I like write down how many followers I have on social media, and sometimes I write down a sentence or two about like how the week has gone. And this has been something I started to do recently in my notebooks. I've done it for over a year in my digital systems, but one of the reasons I went analog with this is because I lost a bunch of these weekly reviews when I changed note-taking apps, and I think that is really important for this whole like notebook journey. I felt like everything I wrote down in my notebooks wasn't necessarily owned by me because they could disappear, like the cloud syncing, which I used for some of my notes, could disappear. My computer could crash, like many things could happen. But the main reason was that changing note-taking applications often would lead to me losing notes. So if I want something to stay for like many years, I will use my notebooks for it, and that is what these weekly reviews are. The field notes one right here is a catch-all. Here I just write everything, like everything I can come across just goes in here. I try to use this to capture stuff instead of using my phone. I'm not fully analog because I will never write down URLs and stuff like that, images, things like that. I won't put that in here. I have digital tools, or at least one digital tool, and let me know if you want a video on how I use my digital tools with my analog ones. The last one is this red field notes right here. This is work stuff, so this is like I do a bullet journal style task management inside of here. So I just do my tasks on the left here, and I have like the date, then tasks, next date, tasks, and so on. I am not a big fan of this red field notes because you can see that like the color from this has spilled over to some of my pages. I'm not sure how it happened, but you can see it here. You can also see it like down here. This one isn't too bad, but this is a little annoying. Not necessarily like not the biggest issue. I will probably continue to use this, but I'm not the biggest fan of this red one. At least I haven't had the same problem for the black dot grid one. This is just weekly, vertical weekly. Here I write down important events in the future because, like, as I said, I do daily pages in here, so I don't do weekly and stuff like that. If something is long in the future, I will put it in here. And this I actually started doing recently as I like embarked on this journey to use notebooks instead of digital tools. Then we have my this is inside of here. I have a Rhodia Goldbook. This is the Midori leather A5 cover. That is what it is. And in here I do like my personal daily pages. So here you can see all of my like personal stuff. I am trying to incorporate more stickers, and like that is something I want to do in the future. I am planning to buy a daily planner next year and do either probably I'm going for the Midori day one page because I want to do calendar blocking in my notebooks as well. I think that is something I really want to try. And the other thing is that I want to incorporate things like stickers more and just spending more time with my notebook. That is something I really want to do. But basically this is what I do here. I just like do tasks on the left, day, tasks. That's basically it. I also do some project management in here. So you can see that I have like my social media ideas in here. I have them here as well. So this is something I will continue doing. So my plan for next year is to buy like a daily planner for like task related stuff. Let's see if I can find that page again. So task related stuff like this will go in my daily planner, while this will be used for like project stuff, project notes, project tasks, just project management. I will use like an A5 dot grid. I am a big fan of an A5 dot grid, and I will probably use the bullet journal notebooks because I have a few of them laying around. Last one is this right here. Here I have a pencil, a mechanical pencil. I use this to sketch a lot. In here I have a couple of inserts. This is the Love and Trip Special Edition Traveler's Notebook. So I have this right here, which has all of my stickers, which I'm too afraid to use because I don't want to use them up, so I never use them at all. In here I have some work-related stuff, so I can show it, but this is my thinking book. So if I have to think through something, like I might capture something in this like pocket notebook right here, and I want to elaborate on it, I will do that in this notebook. This is also the Love and Trip one, so it is a traveler's notebook blank with cream paper, and I really like the cream paper. Again, I mainly use fountain pens, and I'm planning to use this a little as well. Second insert is a dot grid one. I use this to write poetry. I don't write enough poetry, so I will never get done with this, but that is what I use it for. The last notebook is a commonplace for quotes. So basically I just write quotes I come across in here. So if I come across a quote in a video or somewhere, I will just write it down here. That is what I'm using this for. This isn't as much used as my other notebooks, and like the one I've used the most is probably this one right here from Paper Republic. I am a big fan of this. I actually like the Traveler's Notebook leather a lot better. So if you want a video where I compare this Traveler's Notebook 1 to this one, please do let me know and I will try to make that happen. The things I've learned from this journey is that I actually prefer using my notebooks. It is a much better feeling using notebooks rather than using digital tools. There are some things I will and have to use digital tools for. So if something needs to be shared, for example, at work with my coworkers, I will use a notebook. A digital tool. If something needs or changes a lot or needs to be written down really fast, I will use digital tools like a calendar, for example, for meetings. Even though my meetings also go in here, I mainly use the calendar for meetings. The other thing I've learned is that I will probably need a daily planner next year. And that is just because I want to do more like calendar blocking stuff, and I want to do more stickers, and I want to do more decorative stuff. But I also want the project management aspect that I get from this right here. And why this has been so important is that a lot of the time I like write down important YouTube video ideas. And then when I come up with new ideas like these oldest one, like this one, for example, in my digital tool would just disappear. I would never look at it again. In my notebooks, and that is generally with notebooks, I find it easier to review stuff. Like it is much easier to just pick this up and go through it. It might just be me, but I think other people also have some of the same like feeling with notebooks. That is also one of the reasons why I changed to notebooks. But I think I need a daily planner, or I really want a daily planner, and I want to do more like artsy decorative stuff just as a hobby. Right now this is very functional, and it will probably continue to be very functional for a long time, all of my notebooks. But I also want to do a little bit more like fun stuff, just to like be creative and have more fun. I think that covers it for today's video. If you have any questions, leave them down below. I will try to get back to them as soon as I can. Thank you so much for watching today's video.